Well, folks, I hope that little pause refreshed you. And now we get to our favorite part of the program, where I give Dwayne choices. Dwayne,
This has been changing my life, you know.
would you rather eat a pretzel dipped in cheese or one dipped in chocolate?
Cheese, I don't like chocolate-covered pretzels.
Okay. Would you... This was a good one. Would you rather watch one ballet or 5 musicals?
Oh, God, I'd rather get hit with a stick or a,
I was gonna
or a
say.
rock.
I'd rather drill a hole in my head than do either one.
Well, I shouldn't even say this, but I said one time about some ballet stuff, I said, boy, she's hot, and that little tutu looks good on her. And I got called a pig, that I'm not watching the beauty of this, I'm being a pig. So maybe I'll go for the ballet.
I think so, too.
Plus, you only got to do one.
Right. Yeah. Now that's the saving grace. You can sleep through it. Yeah. Go 100 years into the future or go 100 years back into the past?
That's a conundrum. Because curiosity says go ahead. It may be risky. There may be burnt cinders, nothing left for another 100 years. But go back. Do you have to stay? Or can you come back?
No, I think it's probably a visit, maybe a day or two.
Oh, hell, I'll go back.
Yeah.
I'll invest some whatever money I can get my hands on. If you go back 100 years and throw a few bucks on whatever stock you want that you know is going to go blow up,
Well said.
then come back and say, I'm in Fat City here.
Well reasoned. Going to the future may have such drastic changes that I don't understand anything.
That's exactly right.
on.
You'd
Yeah.
be lost.
Yeah.
Technologically, you'd probably be lost.
In about 8 miles over our heads.
Yeah, exactly.
Never pay for seafood or never pay for steak.
Steak.
Yeah, yeah.
I like seafood, but
I do too.
it's not like sometimes says, living out there, you get lobster. I said, if I have lobster once a year, that's enough.
I don't.
I'm not a crazy. I'm
I'm
not a
crazy
lobster
about
fan.
lobster at all, but I like fried clams and fried
Yeah, I do too. I like the
scallops,
clams and the
fried
other-
fish.
I like crabs better than lamb, or they're better than lobster.
Yeah, they give them a distinct taste. Have strong legs or strong arms.
Legs, because legs you got to use them for transportation.
You got to be able to
Mobile,
motor
yeah.
around. Yeah.
Arms, if you got strong arms or not, there's always somebody to help you.
If you got bum legs, yeah.
If you can't open a jar, just like you do today, you still give it to your wife and say, "Here, open this for me."
Have one bee sting or 25 mosquito bites.
Yeah, you're asking the wrong guy, because I react to
Oh, anaphylactic from bee stings?
well, not anaphylactically, but I break out, I get red, I get swollen from that, and things like poison ivy, any of those kind of. I'll take the bee stings because
Mosquito bites.
or the mosquito
Yeah.
bites. Yeah.
Yeah. They're an annoyance, but
Yeah.
they're not game changers. Be a great painter or a great photographer.
I take it you mean painting pictures and stuff, not houses.
Yeah, right.
I wish I could be a great painter because I got so much stuff that needs painting. Today, I think a painter
Yeah.
because in the old days, I may be the photographer, but I'm not mobile enough to go out and
Yeah.
tromp through the woods and
Yeah, and with the cameras now, anybody can be a good photographer. So, have a heated pool or a hot tub?
oh. Well, again, the pool requires a whole lot of maintenance.
And exertion.
Yeah.
With a
Cleaning.
hot tub, you sit in there and
I'm
you just...
going to take the hot tub.
Yeah, me too. That one's even close
Yeah.
for me. Eat scrambled eggs with jelly
Oh,
or toast with ketchup.
toast with ketchup.
Now, I get roundly. My kids, my wife, everybody. I put ketchup on scrambled eggs.
Yeah, I come close to that. I put Frank's hot sauce or hot salsa
Okay,
on
yeah.
scrambled eggs.
And they go, ah, you know.
That's
oh.
not that unusual.
No, but they,
Particularly if you ever live down south, they put ketchup or hot sauce on everything,
Yeah.
on all the eggs like
Yeah.
that.
hot sauce at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Party all day or party all night?
Probably all day. I'm not a
Yeah.
night person.
Yeah, and then collapse and at least get a
Yeah.
night's sleep and maybe you'd be half normal the next,
next day, yeah.
Yeah. I like this one. Date someone older or younger than yourself?
Boy, with no parameters, that's a tough one.
It is.
Like, how much younger is she legal? How much older is she
Decrepit.
decrepit? Yeah. At my age, it's got to be younger. I think
Yeah.
that'd be good. That's when, once you get in the 80s,
But it just seemed, too, growing up, that your girlfriends were always a year or two younger than you. No, same age.
I had two that was too older. Were older. One year and one two.
Well, date someone taller or shorter than yourself?
I'm going to say taller. I like tall women.
Yeah, I do too. Yeah. Someone smarter or dumber?
Oh, Jesus. Not that. God. If she sees this,
Maybe pull the plug on the TV for a
smarter
couple
or
of
dumber?
weeks. I think that's probably two extremes.
Well, yes. It depends on how smarter and how dumber you are. I'm going to say smarter because maybe she can get a better job.
Better job and bring home more,
more money.
Yeah.
But I dated a dumber one time, and this one was dumb. And it was cute at first, but it got tiring after a while.
Explaining things.
Mhm.
Yeah. Yeah, I had a few dumb ones. Also, socially inept. Went with being dumb too.
Then I started playing with it, and then I said, "You're not being nice."
Yeah.
We driving along one time, and you know how if they have a pipeline and they clear all the woods over the top of it, and you can see this trail going up through the woods, and it was like a mountainous area, and it was going up the trail like that. She said, "How come the trees are all cut in the line like that? How come that's?" I said, "You ever look at a map?" She says, "Yeah, I see them black lines on the map. Well, that's what that is." Oh. And I just let it go, I just, one thing after another, I'd tell her that's some outrageous thing. And she just accepted whatever you said.
Would you rather hire someone that's better at everything or worse than
Better.
who's better at everything or worse than it?
Better.
At yeah, me too. Can fix things around the
Yeah.
house.
Otherwise, you got to watch them all the time because what they're going to get in trouble with.
Yep. Go on a blind date or use a dating service.
Holy cow. I never used a dating service, but I'd like to try a dating service, I think.
Yeah, I think so too, because a blind date,
Yeah.
I mean, that'd be like dating one of those Middle Eastern women that's wearing a burqa.
Yeah.
When you unwrap it, you don't know what the hell you're getting.
And at least if you're getting one with a dating service, she's interested in going out because she wouldn't be in the available pool for the service to provide. With a blind date, she might just be a man-hater or something, and she might be somebody's cousin that they're just doing a favor for.
Yeah. With a blind date, as they say, it's a package you have to open up. You got no idea
You
what's
don't
cooking.
know what you're getting into.
Have a photographic memory or be able to read people's minds.
Oh my God. I think I'd take the memory
Yeah, me too.
because otherwise you're always knowing what's going on.
It's scary.
It could be scary.
This guy hates me, but he's patting me on the back.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You dirty SOB, and
Yeah.
you get that.
She's saying, I love you, Billy. I wish I had a knife in my hand, though, so
Yeah,
I could
exactly.
stab you.
Sometimes it's best not knowing.
Yeah.
Or a lot of times it's best not knowing.
Well said.
Yeah. Well, that one wasn't too bad. There
That
were a few
wasn't
in
bad.
there that was.
They're getting better.
That thing with the chocolate and the pretzels, I'm surprised that one showed up because that's a common, you can buy them in the store.
Yeah.
And one time for Christmas, somebody gave me a great big thing of chocolate-covered pretzels. And there's one thing I don't like is chocolate-covered pretzels.
And the chocolate that they coat the pretzels with is never the good stuff.
Oh, no, it's all waxy.
Yep. Dwayne, what's heaven like?
Evan?
I asked you what hell was like.
Yeah, that's right, you did. Well, I'm sure, well, I got some ideas it's not. You don't have wings, you're not carrying a harp, and you're not sitting on a cloud. But if heaven actually exists, I suspect it would be something that you are existing with complete lack of pressure and tension. It's total contentment.
There's a couple of passages in the Bible that say that when Jesus spoke of it, he said, you cannot comprehend what is in store for you.
Mm-hmm.
And well, obviously, a God transcends everything. You're right. I mean, my thought process is, gee, I wonder if the Bruins are on TV tonight.
Yeah,
you
exactly.
know, yeah.
We have to see everything through our mortal selves.
Mortal eyes. Yeah, that's what I was going to say.
Our eyes. Yeah, you can't imagine existence other than what you are. You know, it's not.
Yeah, that's right. Well, I mean, the shell that we are, the body that we are, the mind that we have
Yeah.
is it.
Yeah.
We cannot comprehend the Godhead, and what He has in store for us. Predictions for this year's Red Sox season.
Oh, I did not jump on the euphoric band for the first 6 or 7 games or
Right.
5 games because, first of all, they were playing weak sisters.
Yep.
I'm going to put them in the AL East, if not the bottom, the second to the bottom.
Yep. The over-under I think, is 77 and a half.
Okay, which translates to how is that?
78, if you choose 78.
I'm a gambler, but I'm not a sports bettor much.
Okay. Well, in other words, if you want to make a bet on the Red Sox,
Yeah.
the line is 77 and a half. If you take 78 and above and you bet that, you win, and they win 79 games,
Oh, it's
you win.
Okay, I see. Yeah.
If 77 and a half is the criteria, if you pick 76, then below the line, and you bet that,
Okay.
and they have 75 wins or 72 wins,
Okay.
you win it that way. So it's these guys are good out in Las Vegas.
Oh my God. Well, they wouldn't be doing it if they weren't.
That's right. They wouldn't have a job if they
Yeah.
weren't. But I'm predicting the under on the Red Sox.
Okay.
Boy, I'll tell you, I don't. You've had injuries already.
Yeah.
They're signing kids that are in minor league ball and bringing them up. They're not ready.
And some from the A and double A, not even triple A stuff.
Yeah. And they can't wait to bring this catcher up. He's in double A.
You know. And you know, was it John Henry? the
Yeah.
owner? He flat telling you. He says, want to make money here.
That's all I care about.
I'm not interested in hiring expensive talent.
Nope. And he's walking away from the Red Sox. I don't want anything to do with them.
You're
I
just
got other interests.
Yeah, you're just a small cog in my sports package here.
Yep. The Patriots draft.
I don't know.
Now, if you the papers, or the paper I get, the Herald, they write about the Patriots draft every day,
Okay.
and it's will they do this or will they do that? It's enough to make your head explode.
Yeah.
So I just don't read it anymore. But the big question is that I have to you is they're picking third. Do they go for the quarterback, or do they trade down and get like two number ones, maybe in the 20th, 22nd slots, and a number two?
Well, the way I see it, of course, my expertise in this, I know they're always calling me, would I come and work for the Patriots? But I see it, you got no choice. You got no quarterback. I mean, who you got left? Some kid that, practically a high school kid.
Zappy,
Yep.
and you've got Jacoby Brissett.
Yep.
And
And I think you let some of the free agents get by that would have fit here quite well.
yeah.
But you didn't pursue them, and of course they're going to sign with somebody else. So,
Yeah. To be honest with you, I think Bill Belichick got a bum rap
me too.
in this town.
So does Shaughnessy.
The real cheapskate is Robert Kraft.
Robert Kraft.
And he is showing it during this offseason. Don't you sign any of these free agents.
Oh, absolutely. I agree with you totally there.
Yep. Now, how do the rich get rich?
It's not by working for somebody else.
They keep their money. They don't blow it. And Robert Kraft, you take a look at what he's done up there on Route 1. All those stores, all those businesses.
Yep.
The money just that he's getting from parking for events. He knows what he's doing money-wise. And he was smart enough to realize Belichick knew football.
Yep.
And then I know money, he knows football. Two of us working together, and that survived, I think, until it was time to think about Jonathan taking over. And Jonathan did not like Belichick because Belichick had no time for him.
He knew Jonathan was just Bob Kraft's son.
Yeah.
He has no real talent there. He's just the little money boy running around.
Jonathan Kraft, I'll be willing to bet you, kept going to Belichick and saying, all right, what's the game plan for Sunday? He'd go, have you thought about, I did some research on this wide receiver and this D-back, and, I think you could. And about the third time that happened, Belichick finally said, get out. Mm-hmm. That's enough.
I agree. I think Jonathan was
like a whiner.
a hindrance under the whole organization.
Yeah.
In fact, he's the one that should have been going down the road, not Belichick.
Yeah. And I think that's proven because the father has not put him in a position of authority. He's made him the president of the team. That means he gets to go to meetings.
That's right.
Yeah.
But I was surprised that Belichick didn't pop up someplace.
I am too. I wonder if he's saying, I don't like the opportunities that are here. I think I'm going to put my feet up, take a year off, recharge my batteries, and come back and tie or go by Hallis or whoever it is he wants to pass. And I may do some TV spots.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He's not going to be hurting for money. That's for damn sure. God almighty. But I see it like let things just simmer down. Maybe in times I'll end up as a vice or president of some other football organization. Or he could even end up in the corporate office of the NFL.
Yeah, but I think he
not as long
wants
as Goodell is there.
That coaching record. I think that's probably.
You're right. I think he will go for that to finish that out.
Yeah. But I'm sure that he's not going to stray far from football.
No.
It's been his whole life, and he certainly has got the most unbelievable football mind.
Yeah, there's no question about it.
Yeah. But I think it'll be interesting to see what happens. And also, teams that have an off year coming up, say, I don't care, Atlanta, Dallas, whatever. If they don't turn it around and the ownership says halfway through the season, I'm going to talk to Belichick.
Yeah, if you got a trouble team, there's nobody out there that is better that coming in. Now they're not going to like him. The team is not going to like him at all. I mean, it's like bringing in a drill sergeant, but he will turn that place around.
Yeah, and I think that Belichick is sitting back saying, that 3 or 4 teams could conceivably be coming to me, saying, do you have any interest in working with us and blah, blah, blah. And I'll sit back and see what the best offer is.
Yep.
And it's got to be better than Washington or something like that. The other point I wanted to make, too, that earlier in the conversation, he's not hurting for money.
No.
Do you notice that they broke up very amicably? Wonder how much Belichick said to
Kraft.
Robert, I'll walk. 2 years pay.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I'm sure there was. His checkbook got a lot fatter when he went over.
Yep. And I will go.
I'll go peacefully, and
we'll kiss.
Yep.
And shake hands and say wonderful things about each other.
No, I won't tell all the stories that I know about you.
That's right. And you won't say anything about me.
That's right.
Dwayne, a lady asked me this question. When did this hostility, this toxic hatred between the political parties begin? Who caused it? What's the genesis of this?
I have my own idea. A lot of people won't agree with me, but
Oh, gee, there's something new, huh?
yeah. I see the division started with Hillary. I see the complete chaos and split came with Trump. She spilled the gasoline and he lit the fire.
I agree totally with you on Hillary. She provided the spark that caused the fire.
Mm-hmm.
And I think there's an awful lot that we don't know about what she said and did too.
Oh, absolutely.
That in the background. And then Trump came along, and I got to tell you something. He is not a smooth facilitator.
Oh my God, it's getting worse.
And that's how he was successful in business. He took no prisoners.
Yeah.
Well,
You know, he had a reputation in business. You do the deal, you're going to get screwed if you're dealing with him. Nobody ever made any money with him. He always got the big part of the pie, and you got the crust.
yeah. Now, back before Hillary and Bill, Bill didn't do any good either with Monica Lewinsky.
No, okay. If Bill could have kept it in his pants, he'd have been about halfway decent president. But his shenanigans overpowered it, overran everything.
He flat out lied
Oh.
to the American people
Of course.
and repeated the lie over and over and over.
Yep.
And then finally went on with Barbara
Well,
Walters
yeah.
and said, "I've been bad, but my wife has forgiven me, and she's here beside me, and we're holding hands." And she's probably saying, "I'm going to shoot you one of these days."
And
but
the viewers are gagging.
Yeah. What? It's only going to get worse, by the way.
Oh, I
This-
told you one time, if somebody told me 15 years ago that we could be in trouble as a republic, as a democracy, I said, you're full of crap. Now I'm not so sure.
I know. I know. I mean, look at what Biden is doing.
Yep.
I mean, he is just running roughshod over the laws of the country
Yep.
and just doing as he damn well pleases.
That's
And-
right. And it's
Everybody keeps saying, well, we'll get him in November. Well, how much will he destroy of this country? I mean, now they're talking about the Supreme Court and this Sotomayor that they appointed. I was reading something that said that she's a nice lady, but she's as dumb as a bag of rocks.
you know,
And she was just picked because they couldn't agree on who else. Now they're trying to convince her to retire so that Biden can appoint a Supreme Court replacement. And somebody young, because they don't want Trump appointing somebody when she finally gives up the ghost.
see now that we were just on what we were just talking about. That has become a problem that used to not be a problem.
That's right.
When you had a president, I don't care which side he was on, they seemed to be more for the country than anything else.
They respected respected
Yeah, look
our
at-
Constitution
you know,
and the division of
Eisenhower's
powers.
got to be just, he must got to be flipping that casket. I mean, that thing's got to be rumbling down there.
It is horrible what they have done to the judiciary. They have politicized
They
them.
politicized it
And
totally.
it used to be totally probably not totally.
Well, it was a little bit there, but it wasn't blatant like it is
No.
today.
No, I mean, it's ridiculous today.
You know, I've never seen so many Looney Tunes in
Crawling out of the woodwork.
and in positions of power and influence. Jesus, that how in the hell can anywhere from AOC to Moscow Marjorie there
Oh,
even exist? They're so damn dumb. They got the crazy ideas. You know, it doesn't. The craziness is not all on one side. It's both sides got the crazies.
the Talib.
Yeah,
One
Talib.
of the
That's another
members
one.
of the
She-
squad
what, Michigan?
there. Did you see a quote this morning? A Fox reporter asked her a question, and she said, "You're from Fox. I don't talk to racists."
Well,
I mean,
she's in that Looney Tune group.
Yeah.
So that's
I mean that. But Dwayne, think about it. 4 people, 4 nutbags, formed the squad, and they have taken President Biden and pushed him right over to the far left and said, "This is what we want. And if you don't do it, watch the hell we'll cause in the House." And what does he do?
well, he does it.
Rolls right over. 4 nutbags.
Yep.
It's incredible.
And on the other side, we got one big nutbag running the thing on the other side. I mean, Christ,
Oh yeah.
have you seen between Biden and Trump? How, like I said the other night, something with Biden, and then they had stuff with Trump on. I said, how in the hell can anybody with 2 brain cells vote for either one of these two guys?
It is. Well,
We got to go to my system of none of the above.
yeah. You know, unfortunately, we don't really. We're not going to be able to
We can't do anything.
fight our way through. Oh, here we go. So, I found it. So, we've got a list of metrics, 10 metrics
Okay.
in this poll. Immigration, health care, jobs and wages, inflation, energy transition, household wealth, income inequality, I don't know what the hell that means, homicides. So the question was, in the poll,
Yeah.
of these matrix, which ones has Biden done well?
I don't know. I got.
You know what the number one answer?
What?
He has done none of these well. Nothing. 38% said nothing.
Okay.
We're in a mess.
Well, of course we're in a mess.
In this country.
Yep.
And
And we don't have any leadership that's going to take us out of it.
we should, well, yeah, we should. I mean, can you imagine these 2 guys as the only 2 candidates?
No, it's absurd. Absolutely absurd. There are plenty of there's thousands of qualified individuals out there, we probably don't even know their name, that are smart, fair, can adjudicate, they can lead, they can develop. They don't want to get involved in it anymore.
I would suggest to you, we could open up the Boston telephone book, go to page 72, and the 13th name down the center column, pick that, and that would be a better candidate than those two.
Yep. Well, you know who said that? I think his name is Stilwell, the economist. He said, take the first 100 names in the Boston phone book, let them run the country, would do a hell of a lot better than the faculty from Harvard. And he's right. He's right.
Absolutely. Absolutely. You know, what else scares me too is the jury system.
Yeah.
We've got people called up for jury duty and actually sit in juries that don't have the IQ of a houseplant,
That's right.
that have no education, they're drug-addled, or just school dropouts, unemployed, and yet they get called up for jury duty and have to judge a case they do not have the mental ability to understand.
You're exactly right. And the attorneys are no damn fool. They know this.
They know that.
And that's why they manipulate juries.
That's why so many of these court cases are decided by the prosecutor and the defense attorney coming up with a decision on their own.
Yeah, because you're never going to get a decision out of those. All it takes is one to say, no,
That's right.
or yes. I'm not budging.
And then, oh, the expense of it all.
Yep.
Now we've got to call up a new jury. Now we've got to have a new trial.
Mm-hmm.
Why can't you guys decide this? And they do. And they have these agreements, and it was a staggering percentage of court cases, trials,
Yep.
that were decided like this.
Now, I think it's England has professional jurors
Yeah. And I think that would be a
I do
wonderful
too.
idea in this country.
because they know the law.
Yep.
They're not swayed by some silver-tongued attorney up there that's half Hollywood actor and half attorney. They know when they're being snowed.
And you know what? A professional attorney, if you offered him a contract, or you had, a good pay scale, and then you gave him a 3-month crash course in basic law, or a 6-month even, and then used them, would be a hell of a lot better.
Yeah.
But you know what? Well, that's great, Bill. Except it's white privilege. Because they're the ones that'll score highest on the test. They're the ones that'll get the jobs, and we won't have minorities. And we need minorities in these jobs. But if the minorities can't pass a 6-month test
That's right.
in basic law, you don't want them.
That's
in
right.
that
You don't want
situation
them in there.
to make that kind of a decision.
Any more than you want to go for having your gallbladder out, and the guy got to be a doctor because he was black or green or blue, not because he had any skill or any knowledge, but because of the color of his skin.
That's right. That's exactly right. You know, you try not to be biased, but whenever we start making judgments on the color of your skin, those are always bad judgments to be making. It's wrong. But I don't know.
But everybody's biased. You can't go through life and say I am not biased. Baloney. Everybody's biased.
Absolutely
Yeah.
right.
Do you like this one or this one?
Yeah.
Well, I like green, so I'm biased towards green. I'll pick green every time because I'm biased towards green. You got a bias. You like something. You don't like something. There's nothing wrong with that.
It's absolutely right. As long as you're not infringing on someone else's rights.
That's right.
Yeah. Like, for instance, I know that in my family, when I was a kid, my grandfather, my grandmother even, Saturdays would listen to Notre Dame football
Oh boy.
on the radio. And I remember them saying, they're all good Catholic boys, so we root for them. But that's second generation Irish.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah.
That's how they felt. That those are our kids, those are our boys. And that kind of bias, I don't have a problem with that.
That's cultural environment.
That's part of your cultural makeup. It's. Oh, by the way, here's a little news flash for you too. Only 1/3 of the U.S. population could get $500 for an emergency.
Well, it went up. I was already only $400 couldn't cover an emergency.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
No one is saving money.
Oh my God. I don't know what's the latest figures on credit card debt.
Huge.
It's huge. It's a shocker.
It's 1 something trillion.
How much? I mean, per person.
Oh yeah, yeah. Up.
God, it was like in the 20s, 1,000, 20,000 something. Man.
I don't think it's quite that high, but I think it was around $8,000 to $9,000 in credit card debt. Now you're paying 29% interest.
That's right.
On that every single month.
Well,
How the hell do you get ahead? You can't. I don't understand why more people don't declare bankruptcy when they find themselves in that rat hole.
some of them do.
Yeah, some of them do, yeah. But some of them can't afford the attorney to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Dwayne, the solar eclipse.
Huh? Can we say something?
Did you see? Do you remember Much Ado About Nothing? I think Shakespeare said that.
The Globe, I think it was the Globe, said yesterday or today, if you're reading this, chances are you didn't look into the sun at the eclipse.
You know, they say even a brief look could damage. So you know what? I didn't go outside, but it's really more like 15 to 20 seconds.
Yeah, because everybody, in the course of a sunny day, you go out like this, and you do it. You just don't pay attention to it.
How about when you drive?
Yeah, you're driving into the sun.
You go past some trees, and all of a sudden there's the sun setting, and it's right in your eyes, and you're grabbing from the.
To me, that was, I don't know, media hype.
I think so, but I think it's everybody erring on the side of extreme caution.
No, I don't mean the caution
idea.
not looking.
Oh.
I mean the excitement over it.
Oh yeah, I don't understand it, Dwayne.
Well,
I don't.
They built it up and built it up and built it up. Every TV station, radio, TV, newspapers, everything about what it was. They had so many people so hyped.
Yeah.
Well, it really wasn't that big a deal.
The woman that was on TV that was being interviewed, the cosmic event, the feeling of the cosmos, it is so exciting and so fulfilling.
See, they go around, they find some fruitcake that's going through the fits over it, and then
mean, good Lord. It got dark. It got,
Twilight.
it got less bright.
Yeah, that's what it was.
And then stopped, and then it got bright again. That's
Yeah.
it. I didn't feel any cosmic event.
I watched it on TV.
Yeah.
And the stupid stuff that they were saying, and they were interviewing, and then they start this stretching. Well, we've got an hour to kill now,
Oh, yeah.
and they try to get something interesting or something that unusual, and they just beating the dog over nothing.
Are you going to watch the Boston Marathon?
No.
No. The couple of times that it's been on when I've been in the room. All right, let's switch to Jean now. She's up on
Yeah.
Route 29. Jean, what are you seeing up there? Well, there's quite a pack of them coming now. Well, there's about 10 or 12 that appear to have pulled away. Oh, good, Jean, good. Keep us posted. Now let's go to Alice. Alice, what are you seeing? Honest
It's
to
some people
God.
running.
Yeah, a pack of people running.
Yeah, that's right.
And some skinny skeleton of a person is going to win.
I can't see interest in it unless you've got a son or a daughter or a brother or a friend running it and you want to see what they do. But just for somebody off the street to say, oh, I'm so excited about that marathon. Oh, my God.
I can remember quite a few years ago, back when I was single. Hey, Bill, some of us are going over to Natick and watch the marathon there. As a let's go, and what do you say?
Yeah, right.
What? What are you going to see? 10,000 people, or 8,000 people, or 4,000 people, or whatever, and they're going to start running in front of you. And then what? Well, then we'll go have a few beers.
Let's go have the beers
Yeah,
in the first place.
and forget about the rest, you know?
Yeah.
I
But you
don't-
know, we tend to hype, and we hype and hype and hype. And people do get excited, but they don't know why they did, because they've been hyped. Channel 4, well, they all do it, but 4 is just a master at that. Whether it be weather, oh my God.
I like Eric.
Yeah, well, yeah, I like him too. But the whole
on the
station,
weather.
you know, they were going, yeah, we're out here on Route 9. It starts snowing.
aspect.
Oh, yeah,
of it.
we're down Route 1. It's snowing here too.
the
Well, of
wea-
course it's snowing. It's snowing all over, you idiot.
The Weather Channel.
Yeah.
We've got people in all the states, all the way up to New England to track this storm. What are they going to do? They're going to stand, and there's going to be a photographer. Oh, I'm standing in the rain. It's coming down like the hammers of hell here. And you know what? We got a bucket over there, and it looks like it's about 3/4 of an inch so far, folks.
Yeah, yeah. The funniest one, I think I've told you before, was a hurricane. And they were broadcasting from Virginia Beach. And I know the place that they were broadcasting from was like an open hallway with pillars in the back. And the Weather Channel woman is holding on to one of these pillars, like, you know, she could barely hang on, I'm going to blow away. Here come walking two little urchins behind her, about 8 or 9 year old. You know, they got shorts on, they're all wet, and they're jumping up and down and making play, and she's pretending she's getting blown away. They don't know that they're making monkey shines behind her.
Oh, gosh. You're absolutely right. You'd think, for heaven's sake, it was a calamity that was going to happen.
And she's going to blow away. And these kids probably weighed 60 pounds apiece. They were jumping up and down, having a good time.
Dwayne.
You ever have bloopers?
Oh, yeah.
When Channel I can't remember the woman's name. It doesn't matter. They first went to a 4:30 in the morning broadcast. And for some reason, I'm downstairs and I turn it on. And the camera comes on. The woman obviously doesn't know the camera's on. She's going, all of a sudden she looks up and sees like that red light. It's, oh my God. And I said, that one's going to be on the blooper channel. When they, you know, she was really embarrassed.
Don't you love it?
Oh, I do too. When people make mistakes, but
Yeah.
everybody makes them.
But some people are incapable of laughing them off.
Yeah, yeah. If she'd have just, you know, oh, you got me, you know.
I made a note here, and I must ask you about this.
Okay, go ahead.
It's the Bill Crane theory. People. So people are like a football field. Over here, there's 10 yards of people that I really dislike.
Mm-hmm.
Over here, there's 10 yards of people that I really like.
Mm-hmm.
There's 80 yards in the middle that I call the gray people.
Yeah, I think that's
I think that's reasonable.
yeah. But when you get somebody that says, oh, no, I like everybody, or I don't,
That guy's
you're just lying to
full of
me.
crap.
Yeah, crap. You don't like everybody.
No.
I think that parameter curve of the bell curve, that's pretty much
Yeah.
pretty accurate on almost anything, and even like your likes, how many
Yeah.
people you like or dislike.
Yeah, but you know, there's some people that you really like, and there's some people that, God, I can't.
And if you got a
stand
big
this guy.
family, your relatives are like that.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah. But maybe my 10% that I really dislike, that's too high. I try not to hate people.
Well, I mean,
But there are some people, when I see them coming, I say to
you
myself,
go the other way.
oh, suffering catfish.
yeah, I know that.
Oh. But
Yeah, I don't think you and I actually hate anybody or many, if anybody. I mean, hate.
yeah.
But there are that 10% that we just as soon not be around.
Oh, I was thinking about that the other day, and who would be in the 10 that I really dislike? And I had a tough time coming up with names, and you say to yourself, you know, but this guy, geez, I can't stand talking to him, but oh hell, goes in one ear and out the other. And
Over the years, I've also found that somebody I did not like, for some reason I got to know him, and well, he's not so bad.
Change
yeah.
your opinion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you think back, and I'm not sure why I didn't like him. Something happened at some place at one point, and I let that build into into a dislike. And then once in a while you get one the other way too.
It's interesting. I was thinking about people that I met who were really bad people. And I don't even believe this is the case, but it is. 3 of the worst people I've met in my life: a Southern Baptist minister
Okay, I remember you told me about that guy.
and 2 Catholic priests.
All crazy, huh?
So-
If I had to pick out like 3 that I just didn't like, there was one on a B team that I was on, Special Forces. There was one little captain. I couldn't stand that little dick. He's only about that big, you know, little, and he was so arrogant. And then the other 2, I don't know. One of them I think I had in the office in Youngstown. and he was from Massachusetts, out in Pittsfield someplace. He was a dick too. But the other one, I don't know who I would. In fact, I'd probably be a woman, because there's a few of those that I don't like being around.
I don't know, it's tough.
Yeah.
Dwayne, how about a quick update from you on the two wars? The one in Ukraine and the one in Israel, Hamas.
Well, let's go with Ukraine first. That's, to me, is an easier one. Ukraine's a situation we cannot afford to lose.
We're bound and determined we're going to lose it, though.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. There's some elements in Congress that just
Yep.
think that they're doing the right
And
thing.
the president.
Yeah,
He hasn't got a backbone.
Well, I don't. That he doesn't have a backbone, but the negativity is not coming from him. It's coming from the other side.
Oh,
But we can't afford to lose it.
we're going to.
Yeah, but we internationally we'll be mud. Nobody trusts us. Who cares? Nothing with them. And if I'm very uncomfortable with Trump's sidling up again with Putin.
Don't like it?
It's too damn dangerous.
Yep.
And I know he rambles and he says stupid stuff, but you got the other side, takes him by his word, everything that comes out of his mouth. So that one scares me. There's no reason that we shouldn't be right there. I think some of the European countries have stepped up a lot more than we have.
Yeah.
But as far as the Hamas and Israel, I think Israel blew it. Israel had the whole world, with a few minor exceptions, on their side. And they strategically, tactically turned it around and ruined it. Were they right? I don't know. Wrong? I don't know. But as far as long-term tactical wins, I think they lost on the deal. Not that it's just a deal, but it's in the...
The President of the United States, when Israel invaded
one.
Gaza,
Yeah.
said, we are their number one ally.
Mm-hmm.
We have their back. We will never fail Israel. Now look what's going
Yeah.
on.
Oh, yeah.
He knew, and he said they must destroy Hamas so that Hamas can never do this again to
Yeah.
Israel. And now, look at what they're doing. They're doing the opposite now.
Yeah. Well, I think that's... A lot of that blame is going to go put on where it should be, is it's Netanyahu's tactics.
Even the Israelis don't like him.
Yeah, you're right.
But-
They don't. But
He's their leader, and it's wartime.
he took a sledgehammer to a problem that he should have taken a penknife to and taken care of it. But that's what it is. I don't know what's going to come of that. History is not going to be kind. In that time, you take the terrible tragedy that Israel suffered. Now is getting covered up by the other one. So you're going to lose.
And now they're going to invade the last city there.
Yeah.
And there is going to be civilian lives lost.
Well, there's always collateral damage, but
There is.
Just to go in and wipe out houses and buildings and stores and everything
Yeah.
else. Okay, gotcha.
Well, all right. Well, hopefully next week we'll have a better spin on us.
Yeah.
Maybe there'll be a breakthrough. Who knows? I don't think so.
Our Jewish friends, you have Passover coming, and then observe.
Absolutely. All right, folks. We're going to wrap it up. Our crack producer Andrew has said, stifle it.
Yeah.
So that's it. So, folks, have a great couple of weeks, and we'll be back at you again.
Take care.
Take care.